The Los Angeles Lakers have officially shaken up the NBA offseason, and this move could change everything. Leave your like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates. Just 48 hours into free agency, the Lakers have made their presence known, and in a massive way. After weeks of speculation and quiet maneuvering behind the scenes, they've finally pulled the trigger on a blockbuster signing, and it's one that has fans buzzing. Deandre Ayton, the former #1 overall pick in the 2018 NBA draft, is now a Los Angeles Laker. Yes, you heard that right. Ayton is coming to Hollywood. After being waived by the Portland Trail Blazers earlier this week, Ayton wasted no time in finding his next destination. And now, he's landed with one of the most iconic franchises in sports. The deal came together quickly, and according to ESPN's Shams Charania, Ayton has agreed to join the Lakers, earning $34 million next season, split between Portland and LA. The agreement was finalized through Ayton's agents, Nima Namakian of Innovate Sports and Bill Duffy of WME Sports, who worked directly with Lakers president Rob Pelinka to bring this deal across the finish line. But here's where it gets interesting. The Lakers weren't the only team chasing Ayton. The Indiana Pacers made a serious push, hoping to pair him with Tyrese Halliburton and add some much-needed size to their lineup. But in the end, Los Angeles won the sweepstakes, and they did it at the perfect time. Because, make no mistake, this is a team that desperately needed help in the paint. For the past 2 seasons, the Lakers have struggled to find a consistent, dominant presence at the center position. Injuries, inconsistency, and mismatched rotations left them exposed, especially in the playoffs, where interior defense and rebounding often become the deciding factors in a series. Now, they have a true 7-footer who can anchor the paint, grab boards, and score efficiently around the rim. Ayton brings with him a blend of size, athleticism, and experience that the Lakers have been missing. And while his career has had ups and downs, with questions about his focus, motor, and intensity, his ceiling remains incredibly high. There's a reason he was taken first overall ahead of names like Luka Doncic, Trae Young, and Jaren Jackson Jr. In fact, speaking of Doncic, Ayton now joins his fellow 2018 draft classmate in Los Angeles. This pairing adds a whole new layer of intrigue to the Lakers' new-look roster. The idea of Doncic operating with a legit pick-and-roll partner like Ayton could unlock an entirely new offensive dimension for LA. Now let's take a quick look at Ayton's recent numbers. Last season in Portland was far from ideal. Injuries limited him to just 40 games, and the Blazers, caught in the early stages of a rebuild, never found a consistent rhythm. But despite that, Ayton still averaged 14.4 points, 10.2 rebounds, 1.6 assists, and 1.0 block per game. He shot a solid 56.6% from the field and played just over 30 minutes per night. Those are respectable numbers, especially when you consider the context. In a more stable, competitive environment like Los Angeles, there's every reason to believe Ayton could return to, or even exceed, the form he showed during the Phoenix Suns' run to the 2021 NBA Finals. For those who forgot, Ayton was a key contributor in that playoff run, going toe-to-toe with elite big men and holding his own under the brightest lights. That's the version of Ayton the Lakers are hoping to get. And if they do, this could be a game-changer. Let's rewind for a moment. Ayton originally landed in Portland last season as part of the blockbuster 3-team deal that sent Damian Lillard to the Milwaukee Bucks. In that deal, Ayton, rookie forward Toumani Camara, and a 2029 first-round pick were sent to the Blazers. Phoenix received Grayson Allen, Jusuf Nurkic, Nasir Little, and Keon Johnson. And Drew Holiday was rerouted in another move. It was a massive shakeup that sent ripples across the league. But clearly, Portland never saw Ayton as part of their long-term future, and now, the Lakers are ready to give him a new home. But here's the catch. This move, as big as it is, won't be enough on its own. Ayton is expected to take over as the starting center, but depth in the frontcourt is still a serious concern. Behind him, the Lakers lack a reliable backup big, someone who can protect the rim, rebound, and hold the fort when Ayton is off the floor. And in today's NBA, where injuries, matchups, and physical wear and tear can derail a team's playoff hopes in a heartbeat, depth matters more than ever. The market for quality bigs is tight and expensive. Every contender is looking for size, toughness, and versatility in the frontcourt. So if the Lakers want to keep up, they'll need to act fast. Rumors are already swirling about possible targets. Could LA take a flyer on a veteran big for the minimum? Are they exploring trade options to solidify the bench? One thing is certain, this front office isn't finished. Not by a long shot. Deandre Ayton is a huge addition, literally and figuratively, but this is only the beginning. The Lakers have made their move. The question now is, what's next? Will this be the start of a new dominant era in LA? Or just one piece in a larger puzzle still waiting to come together? Stay tuned, because the off-season in Los Angeles is just heating up. Just 48 hours into free agency, the mood around Lakers Nation is tense. And then, LeBron James posts this on Instagram, a photo of himself wearing a cap that reads, "Welcome home." No caption. No explanation. Just that one phrase. That was all it took. Social media exploded. Analysts, insiders, and fans across the globe started dissecting every frame of that image. Was LeBron dropping a hint? Was he saying goodbye to LA? Or could it be something deeper, a signal that he's ready to return somewhere meaningful for one final ride? LeBron has never been one to post randomly. His social media is calculated, powerful, and often strategic. So when he wears a hat that says "Welcome home," the world notices. Some are speculating it could point to Cleveland, where it all started, and where the story could come full circle. Others believe it might be a subtle call to another team, one better positioned to chase a title right now. After all, LeBron has said for years, he's not here to waste time. He's chasing rings. And right now, that chase is in serious jeopardy. Yes, the Lakers still have Luka Doncic, one of the league's most dominant stars. His presence alone gives the team a high ceiling. But outside of Doncic, the rest of the roster looks shaky and incomplete. Losing Dorian Finney-Smith hurt more than most fans realize. He was one of the few players who could guard multiple positions and knock down corner threes. He was experienced, battle-tested, and trusted in big moments. Now he's gone, and worse, he's gone to a rival in the Western Conference, the Houston Rockets. So what are the Lakers doing? That's what LeBron, and the rest of the league, wants to know. With each passing hour, the pressure mounts on the front office. If they don't move quickly, LeBron might start considering options. Real options. And that brings us to the possibility that no Lakers fan wants to think about, LeBron James waiving his no-trade clause. He's never done it before. Throughout his career, LeBron has always had control of his destiny. From Miami, to Cleveland, to LA, he's chosen his destinations carefully. But now, for the first time, he could be willing to allow a trade if he believes the Lakers can't get the job done. It would be historic. And it would shake the entire foundation of the NBA. But there's more. This might not just be LeBron's final season with the Lakers, it could be his final season in the NBA. At 40 years old, LeBron is entering uncharted territory. Most players are long gone by now. But he's still here. Still dominant. Still changing games. Still filling up box scores. He may not have the same durability as before. The back-to-backs are harder, the injuries take longer, but when he steps on the court, he's still one of the best in the world. And he's chasing history. LeBron is just 50 regular season games away from passing Hall of Famer Robert Parrish for the most games played in NBA history. That record alone would cement his legacy even further, adding yet another achievement to a career already filled with impossible stats. So here's the big question. Where will he finish this journey? Will it be in Los Angeles, with a rebuilt roster and one last playoff push? Will it be somewhere else, a team with the cap space, depth, and coaching to make a real run? Or, could this be the end? So far, LeBron has offered no public comments about retirement. But if you listen closely, the signs are starting to appear. He's more reflective in interviews. He's more selective with his words. And this "welcome home" post, it doesn't feel random. It feels like the calm before the storm. The Lakers are at a crossroads. The fan base is watching. The league is watching. And LeBron, he's waiting. Waiting to see if the front office makes the right moves. Waiting to see if they bring in the help he needs. Waiting to see if this team is serious about winning, right now. Because make no mistake, if they fail to act, he will. And whether it's a blockbuster trade, a dramatic return, or one final chase for greatness, you can bet on one thing. LeBron James is not done making history. Because all of a sudden, a name has entered the rumor mill that nobody expected, and it's a name that could completely reshape the Lakers' off-season plans. Damian Lillard. That's right. Dame Time could be headed to Los Angeles. In a shocking move, the Milwaukee Bucks waived Lillard this week. Yes, waived. The same Damian Lillard they brought in less than a year ago to team up with Giannis Antetokounmpo. The same player they hoped would deliver another championship banner. But after a disappointing playoff run and a devastating Achilles injury in the first round against Indiana, Milwaukee made a business decision and let the 9-time All-Star go. And now, the race is on. According to The Athletic, several top contenders reached out to Lillard's camp within hours of the news breaking. Among them, the Boston Celtics, the Golden State Warriors, and the Los Angeles Lakers. Let's stop right there, because that alone is worth your attention. The Lakers, a team currently searching for answers and depth, are exploring a potential signing of Damian Lillard, even as he recovers from a major injury. That tells you one thing: they're not done. They're not standing still. They're still looking for the right piece to take them over the top. So, let's ask the big question. Would this even make sense? It's fair to wonder. After all, the Lakers already have one of the most ball-dominant stars in the league in Luka Doncic. He controls the tempo. He makes the plays. He's the engine. So where does Lillard fit in that system? Well, here's where things get interesting. Lillard isn't expected to play much, if at all, during the 2025-26 season. The Achilles injury he suffered in the playoffs is serious, and recovery for a player in his late 30s won't be easy. By the time he's cleared to return, he'll be 37. But even with that timeline, the interest is real. Because Damian Lillard, even at 37, still brings something few others can: clutch shooting, high IQ, and veteran leadership. He's been through the wars. He's hit game winners in the playoffs. He's carried franchises on his back. And now, in a smaller, more focused role, he could become a deadly weapon off the bench, or a fourth-quarter specialist, playing alongside Doncic instead of leading on his own. And let's not forget, Lillard's shooting range is still elite. His ability to stretch the floor could open up new lanes for Doncic and give the Lakers a new dynamic on offense when he returns. This move wouldn't be about instant impact. It would be a long-term investment. A high-upside, low-risk play for a franchise looking to stay relevant and prepare for a potential playoff run down the line. And honestly, it wouldn't be the first time the Lakers gambled on a veteran name with something to prove. But that raises more questions. Would Lillard be comfortable coming off the bench? Would he accept being a secondary piece on a roster already centered around Luka Doncic? And would he trust the Lakers' medical staff and development program to manage his comeback properly? All of that remains to be seen. What we do know is this: the Lakers are in a strange position right now. They've got the superstar in Doncic. They've got the brand. They've got the spotlight. But the roster is thin. There's no backup big. They're short on wings. And their bench lacks reliable scoring. They need experience. They need firepower. They need someone who can step up when the lights get bright. Damian Lillard could be that guy. Maybe not this year. But when the time comes, when he's healthy, he could be exactly what this team needs to make a deep postseason run. And from Lillard's perspective, think about it. He's entering the final stage of his career. He's accomplished a lot. But the one thing missing? A championship. And where better to chase that than in LA, playing alongside Luka Doncic and under the biggest spotlight in basketball. It's a risk. No question. But it might be the kind of risk the Lakers need to take. Especially in a Western Conference that just keeps getting tougher, with teams like Denver, Minnesota, Oklahoma City, and Phoenix all loading up and making moves. The Lakers can't afford to stand still. And a move like this, bringing in a player of Lillard's stature, sends a message. We're still in the fight. So keep your eyes on this one. Because while nothing is official yet, the buzz is real. The interest is confirmed. And if Dame chooses LA as his next destination, it could go down as one of the most surprising and strategic signings of the entire offseason. The story of Damian Lillard isn't over yet. And the next chapter, it just might be written in purple and gold.